does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any side.
With Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four showing that the MCU might be returning to form after what you could say was a messy few phases post Endgame.
No. Wait.
Does Spider-Man Brand New Day make it 3 in a row? Well, I can safely say, yes it does. It's far from perfect, but it has a lot going for it, and I can safely say it's Tom Holland's best performance in the role. A forgotten Peter Parker lives alone as a full-time Spider-Man until mounting pressure triggers a dangerous change and a new enemy emerges. Now that's freaky. The movie opens really strong. It shows us that it's been 4 years since the events of No Way Home.
I don't even know who you are.
And we see a lot of Spider-Man fighting crime in New York City. We get some fun cameos from some villains you probably didn't think you would see. We see Spider-Man's rise in popularity in New York. It really shows that he's becoming that icon of New York City. Also, his increased relationship with the NYPD, and specifically a detective. And most importantly, his increasing isolation from the rest of the world. Brand New Day is definitely the most traditional Spider-Man movie we've gotten in Tom Holland's tenure as the web slinger. This movie is definitely a lot more grounded and street level compared to the other Spider-Man movies in the MCU. I think comparatively, Homecoming's the only one that I really felt was like street level. The other two definitely felt much larger in scale and just had more world-breaking implications compared to this one. But honestly, that works so much in its favor. It was really good to see this Spider-Man be the hero of New York. This movie does a great job of making you feel how beloved and involved Spider-Man is in his community. Jon Bernthal returns as the Punisher in this movie, and once again, he's just great in the role. I think he's like genuinely one of the best castings in all of the MCU. I put him up there with Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth, like just perfect casting. And the scenes himself and Holland share as Spider-Man and the Punisher are honestly some of the best scenes in the movie. They just have a really good dynamic. And I will say Brand New Day as a solo superhero movie and in the MCU does the best job of integrating other heroes that would be in the area in a way that makes sense, and it doesn't ever become like a team-up movie. This is well and truly a Spider-Man focused movie, just with some other heroes sprinkled in throughout the movie. One of my first ever memories of going to the movies was going to see Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire. It's honestly one of my like oldest memories I have. And then growing up in my teen years, I watched Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. And then beyond that, I've now seen Tom Holland as Spider-Man. And I think I can safely say, as hard as it is to let go of those other two who are great in the role, I think Tom Holland is my favorite overall live action Spider-Man. He's just so great at playing both Spider-Man and Peter Parker, especially in this movie where Peter is carrying a lot of emotional weight from the events of No Way Home, and Holland just really carries it really well. Like I mentioned in the intro, I think this is Tom Holland's best performance in the role, and it is a really good performance. There's a fair few scenes in this movie that are really heavy and deeply emotional. And once again, Tom Holland is just really good at making you feel for Peter Parker. Like, I genuinely feel sorry for this guy in moments in this movie. You just can really feel his loneliness and isolation. I'm gonna be honest here, I think Brand New Day has the best web swinging and traversal that we've seen in a live action Spider-Man movie. It definitely takes a lot of inspiration from the Insomniac Spider-Man games, and like if you're gonna copy anyone, copy the best. There's some moves from those games in this movie that like I specifically remember doing, and it's pretty cool to see actually. The hand-to-hand combat takes a massive step up in this movie as well. Spider-Man has some like really great moves and some really good choreography in this movie, and a lot of his hits like feel like they really do have some weight behind it, and you can feel just like how strong Spider-Man is in this movie. In previous Spider-Man films in the MCU, I do feel like he was sort of failing upwards in his fights. He'd always come out on top, but it seemed almost like accidental or like lucky. But in this movie, he seems like a really like formidable fighter.
Ah, yes. I see that you know your judo well.
When you bring on the director of Shang-Chi, which has some of the best fight choreography in the MCU, to direct your Spider-Man movie, I think it's great that they like let him bring his style to it. Destin Daniel Cretton really elevates all the action in this movie. Brand New Day does feel a bit packed at times. There's a few too many threads going on that maybe don't get the payoff that they really deserve and didn't really get the amount of focus that they probably should have. And that is just probably for the sheer fact that there was too many of them. There's a reoccurring problem that Spider-Man is dealing with throughout this movie, and for a large portion of it, he kind of just like slaps a band-aid on it. And later in the movie, he well and truly rips that band-aid off. And I don't really feel like the themes that it was representing or even the actual problem itself really feels like it pays off as well as it should have and definitely could have. I won't go too deep into the villain because I want to absolutely avoid spoilers, because there is a bit of an unexpected twist in this movie. I don't think people will see exactly the way this is going to go. I really enjoyed the direction that this movie took. And I think for the first time in a long time, this movie pays off really well by the end, sets up a lot for future Spider-Man movies and just the wider MCU in general, which I can't say I've seen that happen in a Marvel movie for a long time. I shall say no more because I truly don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Brand New Day isn't as flashy or as large scale or as full as nostalgia as the previous 3 Spider-Man movies, but that genuinely works in its favor. I felt like we finally got a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man movie in the MCU. Holland is at his best, the fight scenes are at their best. I will say the swinging and traversal are once again at their best. And the suit is great. It's definitely not perfect. It is a messy movie at times. It's grounded by an effective emotional core. And honestly, this might be my favorite Spider-Man MCU movie. I'm not sure yet. I need to marinate on it a little bit longer, but it could really be the best one in the MCU. But thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you thought of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Leave a comment below. What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? Thank you very much for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.